Yo, what's up everyone? Today we're talking about Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane, UFC 321 Abu Dhabi. This is a sick fight. You know, it's something special to me when the heavyweight champion of the world is actually fighting. First off, because we haven't seen one defend his title against an actual deserving opponent. So this is extra special to me when it's happening in the UFC, but also very special because this is literally the baddest man on the planet, bro. This is literally the guy that would beat everyone in the world. Everyone. Because MMA obviously the most complete sport there is. UFC best organization there is. You could make an argument for Francis Ngannou being the baddest man, but I just think that Tom Aspinall is the better fighter. I think a lot of people would agree. And I think just overall, when you see a guy like Tom Aspinall, literally, bro, if you put him against anyone, dude, if you put, I'm going to do a bad time impression. Dude, if you put Tom Aspinall in a room with anybody, dude, he walks out. He's the only one that's walking out, bro. Put him against Jon Jones in the room, he's walking out. Put him against anyone in this world, he's walking out, bro. That's just special to me because you're literally looking at the strongest man on this planet. But alright, stop the glaze. Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane. Finally a good heavyweight championship bout. I know Aspinall is a huge favorite. He should be minus 400, minus 450, but I really do see a way for Gane to win. I know it's simple, right? Oh, just survive round one and then it's closer. I don't know if that's necessarily the case here because Tom Aspinall, he is very good in terms of like his skill set. He doesn't go crazy. He is explosive, but he doesn't go crazy like in Ghana where he just swings and uses all of his energy. He doesn't do this. He is quick on the feet. He doesn't expend too much energy even with his takedowns, with his movement, with his power. I feel like he just lunges in 1-2 and it's not necessarily his 100% power, but it's the speed that kills these guys. And I think that is something good because I think that if he can retain his speed, he doesn't have to use as much of his own power. Whereas with Ngannou, you can see this guy is just using 100% of his power, bro. There's no real speed to it. There's just swinging. Whereas Aspinall is speed. Now, will he be able to retain his speed against Ciryl Gane when it's round 2, 3, 4, and 5? I don't know, but I don't necessarily think that is something we'll find out. Because Gane obviously got finished by Jon Jones in round 1, got cooked by Ngannou rounds 3, 4, and 5 in the wrestling. So you know the wrestling is a problem, you know the grappling is a problem, and you know that that's exactly what Tom Aspinall's base is. He was a BJJ guy, then he went over into MMA, and then he really developed his striking there. I think the grappling and the wrestling is obviously miles ahead. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret about Ciryl Gane. He didn't really have any grappling partners for Jon Jones. Now he does have, I don't know what his name is, Rahmani, who is a former Irani like wrestling champion, jiu-jitsu champion, so very good. So he has the training partners there, but there's a difference, bro. Tom Aspinall has been doing this his entire life. 8 years old is when he started with his father, bro. That's the difference. He's been doing this since he was 8, so that is 24 years. Whereas Ciryl Gane, he's doing this from camp to camp, bro. You can't have one good camp and think like, all right, bro, now I'm ready to take on Tom Aspinall. No, that's just not how this works. Tom is much more fluid. He is much more confident in his ground game. He is going to be the one to attack the ground game as well, right? And that's just the problem, that once you get a heavyweight on his back, it's very hard for a heavyweight to stand back up. We saw this with Francis Ngannou against Ciryl Gane. I don't know that Ciryl Gane has necessarily improved that much. He has improved, definitely. You could even see it in the Volkov fight. But then again, bro, if Volkov is beating you on the ground, bro, how is Tom Aspinall not just cooking you? That's the thing. And it might just be like the Khamzat DDP fight, where Khamzat is just dominating him that badly that he doesn't expend a lot of energy. That's just what it is. Khamzat could go into 4 or round 5 and he looked fine. could be the same thing with Aspinall. He just takes him down once a round and holds him there, tries a few submission attempts. If they don't work, then don't work. Just don't gas out your arms, and that's it. Overall, bro, even on the feet, I think Tom Aspinall is much more powerful, faster. He does have a smaller arsenal than Ciryl Gane has, because Ciryl has a lot of kicks, body, leg kicks, high kicks, crazy punches, a lot of jabs, hooks, the crazy swings he makes when he hurts his opponents. The arsenal is a bit bigger for Gane, but I'm not necessarily thinking that he has better striking than Tom, bro. Just because of the power alone. Ciryl doesn't really throw with power at all. And Tom Aspinall, bro, he doesn't really throw with power either, but when he lands, it's just, you're done, bro. It's the speed that kills you, and I think that that's just going to be a problem. I think that he's going to hurt Ciryl on the feet, take him to the ground, as Gane is really focused on the striking, and then just submit him from there. I see a second round submission, because I do think that I do respect Gane's game. I do think that he can survive for some time. I think that he did improve from his fight against Jon Jones, but overall, bro, Tom Aspinall is just gonna cook him. I don't see anything else happening than Tom Aspinall cooking him. Obviously, maybe Ciryl Gane has improved that much, but I just don't see it. Looking at his last fight, I don't see it, bro. He got a robbery win for his Volkov, bro, and that was in the grappling, and Tom Aspinall killed Volkov in the grappling, bro. It wasn't even remotely close, so I can't see anything that Ciryl Gane can do. And yes, I'm using MMA math, bro, but this one makes sense. This is simple MMA math. This makes sense. Now I could see Gane, like, using the jab and having some success with his footwork, but Tom Aspinall is not a dumb heavyweight, bro. He's smart. He can cut off the cage. He knows what he can do. He knows his striking is good. He'll just make Gane think about the striking, go for a takedown once he has it, bro. So I just see Tom Aspinall winning. I see him cooking Ciryl Gane. And at that point, bro, you're just thinking to yourself, who's next? Obviously, the winner of Almeida versus Volkov is next, but who wins that one? Almeida's fairly big favorite, which I understand, but I honestly got Volkov there. So looking a little bit ahead, I'm seeing Tom Aspinall versus Alexander Volkov happening there. Man, I don't know who else is there to really challenge Tom Aspinall. I don't see anyone. I think that Aspinall cooks Volkov again, like same shit, different day. He cooks Gane, he cooks Almeida, he cooks Blades again. Rizvan Kuniev maybe with like 2-3 wins, because I thought he beat Blades, but still, bro, the things that Tom Aspinall would do to these type of guys, bro. Let me look at the rankings real quick. Like, maybe I'm missing someone. 1 second. UFC. Let me see. I feel like I'm missing someone. Not that it would really make a difference. I know, by the way. Oh, what about Jon Jones? I don't see them fighting, bro. I don't see Jon Jones wanting to fight Tom Aspinall. I don't really see Dana White wanting Jon Jones to come back, because he had a good ending. You can't really trust him, right? He just beats Tom Aspinall and then he retires. I don't think that Dana would want this. That wouldn't really make any sense. So Sergey Pavlovich is someone, maybe a rematch there, but then again, Pavlovich has not impressed me at all in this last few, even though they were wins. Not impressive to me at all. Blades Almeida, Valdo Cortes Acosta, no Spivak, no Derek Lewis, no Ante Delija. Tom Aspinall doesn't want to fight him because they're friends. At that point, he said that he would probably want to vacate his belt. There's one guy I forgot in all of this. Two guys even. First off, the only real loss Tom Aspinall had was a leg lock, heel hook. Now, is there one guy in the top 15 that is deadly with his heel hooks, bro? Walter Walker, bro. Listen to me. Walter Walker is the next heavyweight champion of the world. He runs in there, fails a double leg attempt, and then goes straight for the heel and submits Tom Aspinall, bro. No, I mean, obviously that's not happening. There's another guy, Shamil Gaziev, the GOAT, that's getting cooked. Tai Tuivasa is getting cooked. Mick Parkins is getting cooked. They were trained together, so that's not happening. But still, Tyler Teixeira is getting cooked. Tybura already got cooked. Derek Lewis gets cooked. There's no one. There's not one person in the heavyweight division that I see having a serious chance versus Tom Aspinall, bro. Tom Aspinall is going to be the champ for a long, long time unless he vacates his belt or unless he has an injury. I don't see anyone beating Tom Aspinall. I think Ciryl Gane poses the biggest problems because of his speed, because of his kickboxing, but even then, I don't see anything happening there. I see Tom Aspinall easily making it look easy. Not easily beating Ciryl Gane, but making it look easy against Bongama or Bongami, or however you call this guy. And by the way, I met this guy, Tom Aspinall, and Ciryl Gane as well in Paris. It was pretty cool. I think you guys maybe seen this on the press conference. I was one of the guys asking questions, right? So I asked him a few questions, and then at the Fighter Hotel, I came across him and I asked him, like, what you think of my questions? He's like, which ones? And I said, like, I mentioned one of them. He's like, oh yeah, that was a good question. Then he called his dad, like, oh, this is the guy that asked that question about Rico. He trains with Rico Farufa, heavyweight champion in kickboxing. They liked that question, so that kind of, you know, reassured me that I'm on my way to, you know, I'm doing good. So that was a pretty cool moment. Ciryl Gane was honestly very nice as well. So I'm not shitting on Ciryl Gane. A friend of mine, I'm not gonna name names, but he was like, oh, before I was rooting for Tom Aspinall, but now I've met both of these guys, I really am rooting for Ciryl Gane now. So Ciryl Gane is a very nice guy, very charming, you know, very cool, very interested once you talk to him, you know. He makes you feel like you are important. Where, you know, Tom Aspinall, he doesn't really like talking to people. He doesn't mind it, but you can see this guy's kind of tired of it. He's not that type of guy. Or Ciryl Gane, you know, he just he's a cool guy. So I'm still going with Tom Aspinall. I think he knocks him out or submits him. Sorry, finishes him in round 2, UFC 321. If you guys want me to make a video about Virna Jandiroba and Mackenzie Dern, let me know. Or any other fights, let me know. And I'll see you in the other one. In the next one. I'm sorry, guys, that I kind of butchered that, but whatever. I'm not editing this. I'm not doing this again. So it is what it is. Let's go for that.